Hi guys! Welcome back to Project Hannah. Thank you so much for clicking on this video. I know you're here watching this now because you're probably interested to know my story. So if you're new to my channel, I'd like to introduce myself. My name is Hannah. I'm a Filipina. I grew up in the Philippines and now I'm based here in London. So I wanted to share with you guys my story and my journey as to how I was able to move from the Philippines to London. If you're new here to my channel, I moved here to London about 5 years ago. So I've been living here for 5 years now. It was actually my 5th year anniversary on the 10th of August. So that's quite a milestone for me. But I decided to create this video. Like I said earlier, I just wanted to share with you my personal journey. Alam ko maraming mga Pilipino na gustong makapag-ibang bansa, and it's kind of like a dream na din na makapag-ibang bansa. But this video is all about my journey, and it can be different from others, and I just wanted to share that part of my life with you. So before I continue with this video, I just want to say, if you're new to my channel and you haven't subscribed, I would appreciate if you'd consider subscribing. I do a lot of videos like vlogs, sit-down videos, and challenges with my kids. So this channel is all about my life as a Filipina mom living here in the UK, and I wanted to share this experience with all of you. So please subscribe now if you haven't yet. So if you want to know more about my story and my journey of how I moved from the Philippines to the UK, please keep on watching. Okay, so we're gonna talk about paano ako nakapunta dito sa UK. And sorry kung napapatingin ako, I'm using my front camera so para makita ko rin yung sarili ko. But yeah, so how was I able to move from the Philippines to the UK? So first things first, I am a Filipino citizen. I'm half Finnish, so my father is from Finland, and so technically I have Finnish citizenship. But one thing I would say is, although I automatically get Finnish citizenship, it doesn't mean na pwede agad akong makapunta rito. Back then, nung bata pa ako, pwede akong makapunta dito dahil when you're a European citizen, you're free to come in and live here and work here. But that wasn't really the case for me. I lived in the Philippines my whole life, and it was only in, I think, around 2000, 2001 that my mother moved here to London to work as a nurse for the NHS. So, ang mami ko po ay Pinay at ang daddy ko po ay Finnish. So, my mom moved here to London, and then shortly after, my dad moved here as well. Pero ako at ang kapatid ko, naiwan kami sa Pilipinas because our lives were there. So, we studied there, all our families are there, and our friends are there. But then, it came to a point, I think, around maybe 2012, gusto kami sana makapunta dito ng family for a holiday, just for a vacation. It wasn't really a plan na mag-move kami dito. So, nag-apply ako ng visa, my brother, my cousin, and even my daughter, Ion. I think she was probably around 3 or 4 at that time. And so, we applied for a tourist visa. But na-decline ang application ko and even my daughter. So ang nakapunta lang at that time was my brother who lives in Australia now. My brother and his family and my cousin, sila ang nakapagbakasyon dito. Even my sister applied for a visa at that time, but her visa was also denied. So medyo strict para makapasok dito sa UK, even for just a holiday, kahit na may pamilya ka dito. They have a lot of requirements. Of course, you have to have a job in the Philippines. You have to have enough money in your bank account to show that you will be able to support yourself financially while you were here touring. That wasn't the case for me. I didn't really have money in my bank account, although nagtatrabaho ako noon, but I didn't really have anything saved up. And although sponsored sana yung trip na yun by my parents, still that wasn't good enough. So na-decline. That was like na-erase na sa memory ko na, na-erase na sa thought ko na makakapunta pa ako dito. So I was a little bit discouraged. To continue my story, so aside from applying for the tourist visa, I was actually on a mission of applying for a Finnish passport. So because I lost my Finnish citizenship when I hit 18 years old, there was no other way for me to come over here aside from applying for a tourist visa, makapag-holiday, or either mag-apply yung parents ko ng sponsorship or something like that. But the easiest way was for me to be able to obtain my European passport, my Finnish passport, so that I can come over here and I can live and I can work here, because that's the right of an EU citizen. So I applied for a Finnish passport. I can't even remember the first time I did that, pero the first 2 or 3 attempts that I did, it wasn't really successful because medyo mahabang process siya. They basically had to re-register my name on the Finnish population para talagang makita na Finnish citizen ako, kasi pag registered ka sa census or yung parang population, it means that you're a citizen. Pero hindi kasi ako na-register at birth. So when I hit 18 years old, I lost my Finnish citizenship. So since then, I was on a mission to obtain citizenship and get a passport. But like I said, the first few attempts, it wasn't really successful. So merong mga naging hurdles. And then it came to a point that I already kind of lost hope that I would be able to obtain my Finnish passport. So I just carried on with my life, and actually I was really jealous of my younger sister. Her name's Rita. She also has a YouTube channel. If you guys haven't checked that out, I'll put the link to their channel. She's based in Ireland with her husband and her baby girl. So Rita, if you're watching, hello. And guys, please check out their channel. She does a lot of mom videos, like for newbie moms, like tips and tricks, and also showing their life in Ireland. But going back to the topic, so yeah, I was quite jealous of my sister kasi nakapunta siya dito with a Finnish passport. So she applied for a Finnish passport and she got it. So naging successful ang application niya. Nakapunta siya dito. I think 2013, 2014 probably. I kind of lost hope. But while she was here, actually, this is the story. So this is where it gets quite exciting. While she was here, if I can remember correctly, nag-email siya to the consular office of Finland in the Philippines asking if there's any other way para makakuha ako ng Finnish passport. And luckily, the consul replied and suggested that there might be another way for me to reacquire my citizenship. Kinukuha ko ulit, kiniklaim ko ulit yung citizenship na nawala sa akin. So I submitted an application to reacquire my Finnish citizenship. I was really nervous at that time because I was like, this was the last resort. I don't know if it will be approved. I had a feeling it wasn't going to be approved based on my experience, but then the news arrived that my Finnish citizenship was granted. So that was a big moment. Talagang sobrang, I was really happy to find out. So when I got the letter saying that, okay, yes, we are approving your citizenship, you have reacquired your citizenship, you can now apply for your passport. Dali talaga akong nag-apply ng passport because aside from, being excited na makarating dito sa London, I was also very excited to see my parents because they moved here, like I said, early in 2000, and hindi ko talaga sila nakita ng matagal na panahon. So imagine like 15 years bago kami naging complete. When I got my passport, my parents booked me a flight, so they paid for my trip. I already had 2 children back then, so si Ayan and si Akiva. The hardest part was leaving them behind for me to be able to move here and create a life here and hope na makuha ko sila eventually. I had no idea kung paano ko sila makukuha. Ang focus ko lang is makapunta ako dito, makita ko ang parents ko, and maghanap ng trabaho para may maipadala. Kasi alam naman natin sa Pilipinas, hindi ganun kadali. Although si CJ, he was working at that time, hindi pa rin enough yun. So I had to find a job right away para makapagpadala din ng pera. In 2015, I moved here. That was August 10. I remember that. And so nakita ko ang aking family, and I had no idea of what I was going to face. For me, as long as makarating ako dito and makasama ko ang magulang ko, they will show me the way, like show me what needs to be done. I might do a part 2. I don't know. Kung gusto nyo bang magkwento ako about my journey, kung paano ako nagsimula, paano ako nakapaghanap ng trabaho, na all of that, let me know down on the comments. Para dun sa mga hindi European citizens like me, it's gonna be a totally different journey for you. So sometimes you'll have to find an employer first para makapunta ka dito, or might be an agency. Pwedeng sponsored kayo if you have family living here. But for my case, that is what I went through. So yeah, I think I'll probably do a part 2. Let me know. And maybe a part 3 para makwento ko kung paano ko naman nadala dito ang pamilya ko. So I was able to bring my 2 daughters and my partner, CJ. So that is the story of my journey, just to give you an idea paano nga ba makamove from Philippines to London. But this is a case-to-case basis. So this is what happened in my case. Was it a dream come true for me? And I would say yes, because I was reunited with my parents. Like I said, I didn't see them for a very long time. It was a dream come true for me to see London and to be able to work here up to this day. It's still like a dream. I'm really thankful that I had the opportunity to come here. I will never forget the struggles that I went through para makarating dito, and I'll always look back to those moments. So I don't have much else to say. It might sound quite simple, but the whole process wasn't easy. It took me years to be able to come to this country. Thank you so much for watching this video. I really hope you enjoyed it. If you enjoyed, please give me a thumbs up. And again, if you're new to my channel and you still have not subscribed, please subscribe. That's free. So that's one way for you to support the YouTuber. And also hit the notification bell para updated kayo when I have new uploads like this. So I'll see you on the next video. Bye!